Marj, it's
Yes.
been 5 years.
5 years.
Can you believe it?
No, I cannot. Does not feel like 5 years.
It just flew by.
It has flown by. From day one, I do know that there was a time I would come in and I would actually write checks for Austin because he didn't want to write the checks himself to pay bills. And that was obviously before I was on payroll, so I would come in and help out with some of that, help out with some of the HR process.
I think I've mentioned before, she would make sure Austin and I were eating. She'd stop by and be like, here's what brought you guys lunch. And we're like, what's lunch? Oh, yeah, okay. She would follow the agents out in the field. She'd go like basically the next day. So the process was he'd go out, sign them up, we'd get the account approved. Overnight, the next day, I would build the file, download the terminal. She'd come in, grab it, and she's out on her way. We had a magnet made for, it said VisiPay on the side of it, and she had it on the side of the car. There'd be some crazy stuff that she'd run into.
But when Marj, when we started this company, VisiPay, I remember actually asking Marj and Mike to come to my house, and I actually did a PowerPoint presentation to them to let them know what we're going to try to accomplish and get their buy-in. Next thing you know, we decided, hey, maybe let her be a part of it, learn it, and kind of be part of the journey. We used to pay her like per activation and stuff like that, and she would be climbing ladders and ceilings and doing cords and activating accounts locally. And then it became a full-time thing. She started learning underwriting and built that whole division out from start to finish with processes, procedures, and being very disciplined with it. And she is very disciplined with it. So she is don't break the fucking rules, okay?
I've always been kind of a policies and procedures and kind of black and white on a lot of things, and I still am, and I need to be for what I do, but I also need to have some more of the gray areas. So even though it's been hard for me, it's like, well, this is how I see it, this is what they say, this is the answer. I was like that a lot at the beginning. I've learned to not necessarily always be that way. Didn't think I could ever really push myself in certain directions, and
Right.
I pushed myself a lot more.
When we started looking at somebody to do kind of the underwriting role, it needs to be somebody that's pretty thorough, somebody that is detail oriented, and somebody that is personable enough to understand, but maybe somebody that's strong enough to kind of stand up when they need to. She fit the mold, and we had a small group at that time. Everybody used to do everything, and then we kind of started siloing things out and kind of pointing people toward their strengths and away from their weaknesses, and that was one of her strengths.
Oh, she loves everyone around her. You treat her with respect, she'll give the same respect back to you. But you don't treat her with respect, and she'll tell you to get fucked. And you know what? That's the way it should be.
She's amazing, and I'm not saying that because I'm married to her and I have to say that. She does not understand how intelligent she is.
She does want others to succeed, whether it be in her own department or over in customer service and tech or the sales guys or recruiting. She wants to see people level up, and I think that's why she's so passionate about what she does.
Everybody loves Marj, and I think everybody would probably say that she would go above and beyond to help them, whether it was something work related or even something outside of work. I think she brings a very positive energy to the company and really to any room that she fills.
Everybody that gets a VisiPay paycheck, I don't care if you're in the office or out of the office, it's a team effort, regardless of where you're working from. And if it's my responsibility to see even our W-2 guys, to be able to see them succeed. I'm going to give them the tools. If they need it, I'm going to get it for them, because their success is my success and everybody else's success in the office.
And she doesn't back down from challenge, right? So I think that's where she's going to be dominant. But the door's going to be open for her. The sky's going to be the limit for her of things that she's going to want to do, as long as she feels that she can be successful. If she feels she can level up, and I feel the same way, and the crew can feel the same way, I think the sky's going to be the limit.
Probably been some of the best years of my life, not only career-wise, but personally. And I'm very glad she's been a part of it. Very happy.
I just want to be able to leave that impression on people that you can come to me about stuff, you can ask me questions. I may look busy a lot of times, and a lot of times I am, but I will always make time. There will not be a time where I'm gonna shove you off to somebody else. I'm gonna make time for you. And I just want people to know.
That you're always going to be there.
Yeah, I'll be here for you. You need help, I got you. I got your back.